What is up, gamers? My name is Sage and you're watching D&D Daily. Today I have a thought running around in my head and I wanted to talk about magic items. Specifically, as a DM, how we go about giving magic items to our party. So I've separated my thinking into two sliding scales that altogether makes a quadrant, which I know that made no sense, so here I'll break it down. So tight versus loose. The tighter you are giving away magic items, the fewer they'll receive. Just the flow of them coming in is not many, whereas loose, there's a whole bunch coming in. As well as specific and non-specific. Specific being when you give a magic item, it's for a character, whether you limit it by saying, hey, only warlocks can use this item, or if it's just super tailored to them, whether through story or just mechanics. And on the other end, we have non-specific, which is not designed for any one particular party. Any member could pick it up. This is illustrated by a DM who gives a magic item and has no idea who it's going to end up with, or if it's even going to be used. And once you have those two sliding scales, we get 4 different categories, kind of making a quadrant. We have tight and specific, tight and non-specific, loose and specific, and loose and non-specific. Each of these has pros and cons, and that's what I'm going to jump into and talk about today. Tight and specific items are when you don't get them often, but when you do get them, they're special to you. The pros of this type of item giving is that they're few and far between, and so they do feel special, especially because they're tailor-made for your character. Now, when it comes to tailor-made for your character, it's often great to communicate with the player to say, what kind of item do you want, so you can tailor-make it and make sure that they're getting an item that does have that impact that you're looking for. On the con side of things, this can make your world feel on the less magical side. Why are magic items so few and far between? If you're looking for that magical feeling, this probably isn't what you want to go for, but if you're looking for something where magic is kind of rare, then this might be excellent. Moving into tight and non-specific, this is what we would call a low magic system. This is where the items don't come often, and when they do come, they don't particularly care who your player characters are. The biggest pro for me about this is that the magic item would make sense for the location it's at. So for example, they would need a magic item to run this dwarven ruin, and it charges up the mechanics there. It's very specific to the location and it doesn't care about the players. But they can find it and they might be able to use it. Just like tight and specific, because magic items are so few and far between, they do feel special when they're there. And this is kind of cool because it makes your world feel pretty real. Your players might say, I want this staff, but you find what you find. Like, you don't always get what you wish for, and there's some realism there to enjoy. Moving into loose and specific. Loose and specific is, yeah, what do you want? I'll give it to you, like, right now. It's very free-flowing, tons of magic items, all what they want. It's basically, you say it, you get it. I think this is excellent for one-shots. You know, yeah, build your character however you want. It's a one-shot. It's not a big deal. Be as powerful as you want. I don't really care. Go crazy. It can be dangerous in long-running campaigns because your characters can get wildly overpowered. Unless, of course, you're doing new, more powerful items, so there is something to be said there, but there's a balancing act to play with this one. Loose and non-specific is perfect for a magical world that is littered with magic items. It means that your party finds magic items all the time, but it may or may not work for them. This is the style I've personally been leaning towards, but I feel like there's some balancing to be done, that you can use all the styles a little bit here, a little bit there. But the reason I've been enjoying loose and non-specific so much is every mission can include a magic item that makes sense in the world, and let the party decide what magic items go where. Some of them would be interesting in that they're consumables, and I enjoy consumables because I'd never know how my party's going to use them, and it creates really cool moments where they're really creative. And just remember that most characters only have 3 attunement slots, so they're going to have to pick, and now you're giving them a new choice. Now they have to debate between this magic sword or the magic shield, and that's really cool because we get decision making with it. And then it's party-wide decision making, because as a party they may have 15 attunement slots and they need to pick and choose the items and balance them as a party. I think that's really cool. So I like to have a lot of magic items. I like my world to feel magical. And I like that it's non-specific because it makes the world feel alive, that it's not tailor-making this sword for you. I wanted this to be kind of a balanced perspective on all 4, but I'm kind of saying my preference is loose and non-specific. But hey, there is merit to all of them, so jump in there and enjoy it how you want to. Alright, that's my hot take for the day. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. We are D&D Daily. We release new D&D content every single day, so if that's interesting to you, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.